Shred Stroggers, welcome, welcome, welcome. So let's give it a quick tour of this app. Here I am on the dashboard. This is going to be very similar to what you all see. You can, if you connect your Apple Watch to this program, you can see your sleep hours, steps, and so on and so forth. You can also track your body weight, body fat, photos, anything that you want, including blood pressure. And this is where you also see your achievements and PR that you basically experience throughout the entire program. Now, this is the rocket ship in the bottom left-hand corner. This is your dashboard. If you click on the calendar to the right, this is where you see what you have for the day today, as well as for the rest of the week, okay? Now, if I wanted to go ahead and move something, like say for Monday, I don't want to deadlift on Monday, great, I can go ahead and move that by clicking, dragging, and dropping it all the way to Thursday. Again, this is a customized program, even though it's a general program. This is meant to be something that you can work with your schedule, okay? I'm going to go ahead and delete this by just going in and sliding left and delete it. You can delete something if you totally want, and then you can add it back in by clicking on the plus sign if you want. This is where you can click on the workout or what have you, and you can choose something that's in there. All right, so this is the calendar option. This is going to be your bread and butter. Again, customize it as you need to. Next, we're going to click on the kettlebell to the right of the calendar icon. This is definitely the part that you need to read every time that we have a new program released every 2 to 4 weeks. Again, this is going to be the details to your plan. We're starting March 29th, going to April 11th with these first 2 weeks. This is where it tells you specifically what to do, what to focus on, especially if you don't have time to do the workouts. If you don't have 45 to 60 minutes, especially if you're in the barbell program, those do take longer. If you don't have that time, then great. This is when you come in and you really decide, okay, I want to do the 12-minute warm up, and then go ahead and do the main lift of the day, which is likely, deadlift, bench, squat, things like that. And then if you can add on the accessory work. Great, let's go ahead and do it. At a minimum, obviously perform the two full body workouts 2 times a week as outlined, with the third strength workout being optional. Of course, this is completely optional to you and your schedule. You're also going to see in here my notes about the Happy Hips and or Happy Knees series. It's my mobility program that I actually started with the Shred Strong program during the winter, and I really loved it because it's something that I do based on a recent certification that I completed last year. Again, you can maintain your typical bike ride schedule, but please do try to ensure that you get at least 1 to 2 days of rest per week. This is incredibly important, incredibly, incredibly important. Point number 4, the bike interval workouts. These are included in the programming, but they are optional. However, they are encouraged because interval workouts will really make you hum very nicely on the bike. Now, they can be performed on a trainer. They can also be performed on your bike on the actual trail or road. Just depends on what your style of riding is. If you don't have an indoor bike, but maybe you have a rower or an elliptical or stair climber or something like that, great. This is where you're going to you're going to select that interval session, and then you're just going to customize it based on what equipment you have access to. I will go ahead and say the one caveat is jump ropes. Jump ropes are something you definitely don't want to do for more than 15 to 30 minutes tops. And that's if you're more of an advanced jump roper, because if you don't, your calves are going to be screaming at you, and then you're in turn going to be screaming to me. So point number 5 here, your goal is to have fun. At least 1 day a week. I want you to have fun on the bike. Don't have it be a training ride. Have it just be a nice, easy pedal if you want to, whatever you need. I just want you to have fun. That way you're not training endlessly every single day, because that's when we find that our stressors are elevated and our body might not respond exactly how we want. Again, you can move workouts around however you want to on the calendar, but please do check in for each workout, because that is how I know that you're getting shit done. How to modify equipment. These are some tips in case you don't have any dumbbells. You can easily make them with water, sand, things like that. I highly recommend kitchen cans if you have any, so on and so forth. If you ever have any questions along the way, send me a message in the group message, because chances are really high that other people have the same exact question. And there's no such thing as a stupid question, I promise you. All the way in the bottom of the program tab, the kettlebell icon, this is where you're going to see all of the workouts for these 2 weeks. So days 1, 2, and 3 are going to be the strength workouts. The day 3 is optional. Again, you're going to see the happy hips, low back, happy knees, as well as an unwind, flow, and roll out. So say, for example, I want to do this unwind, roll, and flow out, or unwind, flow, and roll out, but it's not on my calendar. What I can do is I can click on it and start it now, and it will add it to my calendar on today's date. Or you can actually click in the upper right-hand corner, schedule. And that's where you can actually choose to add it to, Monday, I'm going to do Wednesday and Friday when I'm doing the main lifts. Click save and it will automatically be added to the calendar. Now, if I go back to calendar, I'm going to see it right there. Boom. Unwind, flow, and roll out. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. See how that works? Now, to actually log a workout, you're going to click on the workout. So I clicked on day 1, deadlift and pull. This is where I can see the instructions as well as any terminology. Then I click Start Now, or you can do Mark as Complete in the upper right-hand corner. However, if you do Mark as Complete in the upper right-hand corner, this is just going to give you a play-by-play that doesn't really, you can enter the information if you want, but it doesn't give you the opportunity to use the rest periods and the timer and things like that as readily available. Actually, it does. Huh, that's a new feature. I'll tell you about it in a second. But Mark as Complete is nice because if you're in a hurry but you did the workout, great, mark it as complete. Again, that way I know you did it. Alternatively, you can click Start Now on the bottom, and then that will take you to the screen. Please do read the instructions. That way you know what the expectations are. You're going to go ahead and add your reps and your weight. So for bandit stuff, I do have weight here because a lot of bands do have weights attached to the bands. So that's written on the bands. If you go to the next superset, you're going to see how everything is outlined. And you can also start your rest period and you'll see the countdown in the upper part of the screen. All right, you can stop the rest period at any point. When you get to the bottom, this is where you can save it and log the workout, or you can actually modify a workout. So say, for example, elbow planks here in the last superset. Make your elbow screen because maybe you have a plate in your elbow or something like that. If you want to, you can click on the 3 dots to the right of that workout. And this is where you can actually customize this day only, substitute, and you can choose an actual workout. So I'm going to search for plank in the search, and I'm going to substitute with bear plank, for example, or something else that has me not resting on my elbows and instead has me resting on my hands. Again, if you have any questions about any type of customized, replacements or substitutes, let me know. Again, send me a message in the app in the group because other people might have the same exact questions. Okay. If you're too embarrassed, however, please send me a private message as well. After you're done with the workout, you're going to click save. This is where you're going to rate the workout. If you are in the beyond hard, extremely hard, really hard realm a lot, then let's see what we can do to kind of get you instead around this realm. Okay, I want you to be moderate to maybe hard, maybe even somewhat easy on some days, most of the time. All right, this is where you can also tap to add a comment if you wanted to add a comment for your own records, and then click done on the bottom. And that will go ahead and log the workout. I'm not going to click done because I don't want to mess up my workouts for Monday, but this is just a great tour. If you have any questions about anything that I've reviewed, let me know. I'm here to help. The other thing I did want to add is, say for example on Thursday, I click on Thursday and I cycle. So I'm going to do some cycling. I'm going to go ahead and click on, what I clicked on was activity and cycling. And this is where you can do distance, time, type your own information, whatever you want. But I really do recommend that you either add time or distance. That way you can kind of add some notes, or you could do type your own, where say you did 40 miles base, gosh, at 70% of your heart rate or whatever on average. Again, this, you can put whatever you want, but this is where you can really help me see what you're doing, and then you can also keep track of what you're doing as well. Click apply, and that will save it to your calendar. But I'm not going to, but that will go ahead and help you see how to actually log stuff. If you have any questions, again, send a group question or a question in the group text or a message in the app, and I'm here to help you at any point. I'm looking forward to get started with you on Monday, and again, let me know if you have any questions.